So we're going to do a quick video today on 4 different lines made by Homer Laughlin in 1961 and 1962. Now in the last video I talked a little bit about Douglas Bourne, who was art director during this time period. So he falls in between the time of Don Schreckengost and Vincent Broomhall, which is roughly the spring of 1960 to the fall of 1962. So today we're going to look at 4. This is Duratone, and then next is Alliance, Colorama, and finally Fiesta Casuals. And I think it's safe to say we can attribute all 4 of these to Douglas Bourne. So let's start with Duratone. And we're going to look at an article that appeared in East Liverpool Review, East Liverpool, Ohio. This is January 2nd, 1961, and it's talking about the new Duratone shape. It says, Homer Laughlin will show a completely new line of dinnerware using a unique decorating process. Both the shape and the decoration technique are known as Duratone. 6 new patterns will be shown on Duratone, all of them under glaze, including the edge treatments. The collection will include warming units with candles, carafes, salad bowls, and covered casseroles. So that was from the Atlantic City trade show at the beginning of 1961. They're talking about the carafe and the salad bowl and the casserole. Those are really hard to find, especially the coffee carafe. But here in the back we see Buttercup. We'll look at the marking real quick, which says Duratone by Homer Laughlin, oven-proof, dishwasher-proof, made in the USA. Again, that's Buttercup with its yellow treatment and yellow fade-away trim. And then we have the sugar bowl. I think that's Spring Garden. And then the creamer. And then you have a teacup. Everything else is just the coupe shape, the rhythm flatware. So that's a little bit about Duratone. The next thing I want to look at is Alliance, which is your Century Service line of dinnerware. It was made as exclusive so that it could be resold. Basically Cunningham and Pickett Lifetime China. We're going to have to talk about that later on. But just cut to the chase. This was made so that Century Service Corporation of Alliance, Ohio could resell it. So it's an exclusive shape. The flatware has an unusual double edge. So you've got this edge and then it drops into a secondary edge on the flatware. We have a platter in the back, that's Dixie Rose. Another platter, that's Avalon. Of course, we looked at the soup bowl. We'll look at the marking real quick while we're here. And that says Century Service Corporation, Semi-Vitreous Dinnerware, Alliance, Ohio, Lindale. So that's the pattern. And then we have Vogue on that creamer. And Lindale on the teapot. So we see this in memos as early as 1961. This one's January 25th, 1961. And they're talking about the initial treatments. And it says the new scroll numbers are as follows. Yellow scroll CSC, that stands for Century Service Corporation, 45. Pink scroll is CSC 46. And turquoise scroll is CSC 47. So CSC 44, which would be the previous treatment, is that's called Empress. And it uses a combination of rhythm and cavalier shapes. And then we have another memo. This one is from February 1961, and it's talking about the 3 initial treatments on the the Alliance shape. And again, 45, 46, 47, Alliance Yellow, Alliance Pink, and Alliance Turquoise. So again, we're dealing with this time period of Douglas Bourne, so I think it's safe to assume that he is responsible for the Alliance shape. Next, we're going to look at Colorama, which is a very short-lived line of solid colored dinnerware, flat rim coupe shape, or flat rim, a rimless coupe shape, so it's going to be rhythm. And we have 3 pieces made for this line. The creamer, the sugar bowl with its swing eggshell-like finial, and our teacup. And you can notice that the teacup has a handle that's very similar, if not identical, to the Alliance one that was previously made. This was done in 4 colors, a pumpkin color, a green, olive green, and then this turquoise blue that you see, and white. And we have an advertisement here from April 30th, 1962. And it says earthenware with extra cups, Colorama service for $8.15.99. And it mentions our colors pumpkin, olive green, and sky blue. And we have another one from June 25th, 1962, Again, Colorama dinnerware, and it lists the colors as olive, blue, pumpkin, or white. This is pretty hard to find. I'll show the marking real quick. This is a white Colorama plate that was over decorated by an outside firm with all this gold. And you see the marking. It's the rainbow marking, Colorama, made in USA by Homer Laughlin. There's also another mark, which is really unusual, that you have such a short-lived line with two different markings. I don't have the second mark to show you today. But yeah, there's Colorama. The last thing I want to look at, Fiesta Casuals. And I have Sharon and Bob Huxford's Fiesta book. This is the 8th edition, page 52, where they're showing and talking about Fiesta Casuals, the Hawaiian daisy, as they call it, and the yellow carnation that is meant to go with solid-colored Fiesta. And we see a Fiesta saucer here with our carnation, I guess it's a decal. It might be an underglaze print. I think it's underglaze. No marking, meant to coordinate with Fiesta yellow. And Sharon and Bob Huxford, they say they were introduced in June of 1962. So I have no reason to doubt that. They're very specific on their date. So even though we don't know a lot about Douglas Bourne, we can use these dates and piece together some of his work at Homer Laughlin. And again, it's Duratone, Alliance, Colorama, and Fiesta Casuals. So that's going to be it.